This podcast is made for you. Believe everything we say is true. 1722.
1722.
Why should I run from paper tigers? One more time.
Yeah.
Why should I run from paper tigers? Welcome to the 1722 podcast, where we talk shit about everything and we don't take shit from nobody.
Man, we don't take shit from nobody.
You're damn right.
We are back in the building once again.
One hell of an intro right there.
Hell yeah.
I almost
You know
missed
how we
my
do.
cue, to
You
be
know how we do.
honest.
You missed your cue.
I almost did.
All right, well, I am Blake, co-host of the 1722 podcast. I am joined to my right by one of my best friends, the sound engineer of the podcast. This guy has been one of the best people I've ever known. He was a roommate. He's lent me money when I needed it. He's given me rides, and that is why he remains a constant on this podcast, because he's always been nothing but support. Mm-hmm. Give it up for our good friend Tyus.
I was about to say we should just wear name tags. But yeah, that is a great description. Now you know who I am, if you didn't already.
Say you gave me a ride the other day. Such a
Oh,
mensch.
yeah. And to my left is the other co-host of the 1722
Fuck
podcast, my brother.
Yeah.
I have known him his entire life.
25 years.
We have been roommates. We have been enemies. But ultimately...
Lovers, fighters.
Well, I wasn't going to bring that up.
Oh,
but
sorry.
ultimately, he has been my closest person in the entire world. And there's no one I'd rather have a podcast with or go through life with than my good brother and friend, Austin.
Oh. That's right. All right. Austin. Are we doing the last names? Probably not.
Nah,
Austin. Let's just leave it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Yeah, I wasn't sure, so I didn't go with last names.
Yeah.
But I think it's good enough. Everyone, now you know who's on the podcast.
Yeah, and we're going to keep this up from week to week because we've, we had a lot of people in the comments and our DMs saying, we don't know who you are, we don't know which one from which. We're like, okay, well, we're going to start saying our name in every episode. I'm going to start, doing what Blake just did on every Vast Difference, which is our other podcast, so Make sure to check that out.
Every Wednesday.
I can't whisper on a podcast.
Oh, yeah, sorry, every Wednesday. But yeah, I thought I'd try something new today. I feel like it went pretty well. Mm-hmm. It's real, so I'll probably keep that up. That might be added to the intro each week.
I don't mind
Give some life to
more
it. Let
profesh.
people know who we are, what we're about. Are we doing plugs at the beginning, or should we wait till the end to knock those out? Probably the end.
I say we just hammer them in with both. Do it now and then do it at the end.
Okay, well, so every Sunday is 1722 podcast. Every Wednesday is Vast Difference.
Hell yeah.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Reddit. Pretty much anywhere where you can find a podcast, we're there. Make sure to follow us on Spotify.
Yes.
Also, if you are listening on Spotify, I've been putting polls and Q&As on each episode to gather some intel for the future of this podcast. So if you are listening and that pops up for you, please reply so we have some interaction there.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for watching.
Mm-hmm.
But
We're almost up to that 70 subscriber number, so...
That's right, we're getting close.
Yeah, we're almost there, so let us get there. And then we'll go to 80, 90, and then 100,
And then we'll do something big for 100, we got to.
Oh, yeah.
We can't announce it here today, but believe us, we have it ready. We already know what we're doing without any question.
Sealed, delivered.
Absolutely. I'm yours and yours.
I don't know who sings that song, but I feel like everyone knows it.
I believe it's Stevie Wonder. I'm going to go Stevie Wonder.
Sealed, delivered, I'm yours.
Yeah.
I thought it was a woman this whole time.
All right.
Like Aretha Franklin.
I'm just going to check it. What's your favorite Stevie Wonder song, though? Would it be that? Be honest.
It's probably I Just Called to Say I Love You.
Oh, that's
that one, right?
I think mine will be I'll Be Loving You Always.
Oh, man, you're playing the deeps.
Okay. Oh, I was right. It is Stevie Wonder.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Wow.
Well,
If you don't know who
I
Stevie
just
Wonder
Paul
is,
would probably be my favorite as well. But I do love the bass riff to Superstition. You can't deny that.
yeah, but Superstition is just so overplayed.
I know, Raven.
It's the
ruined it.
Nickelback of the '80s. Like we've heard it, we've done with it. We're over that shit now.
I can't believe you would disrespect Stevie like that to compare him to Nickelback. I don't know about that.
How many people do you think listening to the podcast don't know who Stevie Wonder is right now?
Hopefully, wait, that don't know or do know?
That don't know who he is.
Hopefully zero. Hopefully everyone right now listening and
Yeah.
you watching, you know Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder. He's a piano player. All right.
So if they don't know him for his music, then they know him over the myth that he can see.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's seen that meme. Like, oh,
You have to at least know he's a blind musician at the very
yeah.
least.
How many are there? It's him or Ray Charles.
Right.
So, and if you don't know who Ray Charles is, I don't blame you.
Oh no, go fuck yourself.
I don't know. I don't know too many songs beside "Go Around, Jack." Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Get around, Jack, or whatever it
Hit
is.
the road, Jack.
Hit the road, Jack. There you go. Yeah. It
Yeah,
is. It
I'm
is,
not gonna try to act like I'm a Ray Charles fan.
But that 50s, 60s music, the barbershop bop, all that stuff, or the crooners, you know, like the Frank Sinatra, all that. That is a timeless music.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
though the people, like, yeah, if I was thinking about this the other day, like, if you look back at a picture of the 1930s, any guy is a piece of shit.
No,
every guy.
for sure.
Every photo that you see of Frank Sinatra and his friends, they're all pieces of shit. Right? So it's crazy to think, like, yeah, you guys are putting out this music and all that, but what'd you do before and after you recorded that song?
Right.
Did you like smack a woman
It's
and then
a much
you
more
know,
lawless time for men.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
Yeah, and I hate that the world now has made me realize that, because I always used to watch, like, you know, Leave It to Beaver and be like, oh man, what would it lived, you know, be like in that time? But now I'm like, yeah, fuck Leave It to Beaver.
Right.
I don't ever want to live back in the 50s.
All the dudes are drunk and beating the women. It was a scary time.
Yeah. And they say, like, you could leave your doors unlocked. Fuck that. Fuck that. I don't. Why is that so important?
You're
to you?
locking yourself in
Yeah.
with your dad. That's terrifying.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. But and then even when we went to the thing this weekend in Lexington, if you don't know
Hey,
what
shout
that
out
is.
Lexington.
Shout out
Lex
Lexington.
Luthor.
Yeah, shout out Lex Luthor. Shout out Lex Luger.
Oh,
Yeah.
Torture Rack.
Yeah, Torture Rack. Anyone that's got spine problems, you'll definitely know who Lex Luger is.
Get a Torture Rack, it'll go away.
I feel like that is most wrestling fans is like, if they're like, I got back problems, the first joke was like, I'll torture rack you.
Yeah, that's true. At least for the older generation.
Yeah, I'll give you a backbreaker. You know.
We did go to Lexington though, and we went to a toy show with Dad. It was us, your girlfriend, Levy. It was a lot of fun, I have to say. Dad got to meet Ethan Page and Danhausen. Well, Tyus did too, really.
Yeah. Tyus got to see Danhausen and Ethan Page.
Took a page, or Page.
Took a page with Page.
Took a page out of Ethan's book.
And then me and you were looking at Shriners because we didn't pay to get in.
Right.
And I know that I left lasting imprint on Denhausen for today because I denied his picture like twice.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
that's
Why'd
right.
you do that?
Danhausen, you hear that? You're a pussy.
Tyus fucking hates you,
I
Danhausen.
did it for Donnie, but it was fun. It was funny as hell.
I did it for the Don.
I did it for the Donnie. 'Cause I know he was hype about it and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I was just gonna record Donnie for the vlog, but I'm glad I didn't record that part because they were like, "Do you want to get in the picture?" And I was like, "No." And then Danny, or I said Danny,
Daddy
trying to
Hausen.
put them together. But Danhausen was like, "You don't want to get in the picture?" I was like, "No."
Oh, man.
It's like,
I only take pictures with real wrestlers.
Oh, shit. That would have been ruthless. Oh, fuck.
So because I said no and I was standing on the side waiting for Donnie to get his picture done, everybody was staring at me like I was getting ready to like rob Danhausen or something and knock him the fuck out.
You take what's actually in this book.
Because I'm just standing there and I just have one hand in my pocket and one hand on the phone. And like they're probably thinking, "Oh God, he's probably about to like punch Danhausen in this shit."
I mean, shit.
You should have.
Do you think you could knock out Danhausen one punch and then book it?
Well, I mean, from where I was standing, he wouldn't have seen it coming. So yeah, I definitely would have.
You think it would be a knockout, clean on the floor.
I mean, he's probably the most
I mean,
common-sized guy.
See,
in
I
the
don't know.
I
wrestling.
mean, he didn't make me that mad to hit him with all my might, but if I did, then I'm sure I would.
Hold on, I'm not just saying mine. I'm just saying like hypothetical situation. He, you hate Danhausen. You're like, I fucking hate him. You do have your hand in your pocket because you're getting ready to punch him. And you're like, I'm gonna get that one just jackrabbit punch right in the fucking chin. You think that's gonna knock him clean? Because I'll admit, I think Ethan Page would go down harder than he would on one punch.
Really?
For real. Ethan Page is all glamour, no filter, right? Danhausen, you can tell that man's been through some shit because he's got to hide behind the mask,
That's right.
and that's what we said that like a billion times since, but it's fact. Like you can tell that dude's been hurt. Ethan Page probably got like a BMW on his 5th birthday.
Ethan Page is bigger, taller.
Yeah, dopier though.
True.
Dopey falls down.
But who knows? I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, let us know in the comments. Who would you knock out?
He wouldn't.
I would knock Danhausen back to Detroit, Rock City. Gene Simmons looking ass.
Being close,
Gene Simmons looking ass.
being close to Ethan Page, I mean, it really didn't feel like the mystique of a wrestler, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's like a regular dude.
Yeah, when
Like
that
a dude at a Miami
Yeah.
nightclub.
that kid walked up and he was like, "Oh, dude, I love your shirt." And the kid was like, "Ah, thanks." He was like, "Man, I just love it." All right, what do you guys want? And it's like, aren't you supposed to be a wrestler? Like, you got to, be like, "Ugh."
Yeah, he had the fakest smile ever. I'm like, man, I'm so glad that I'm not the one that's paying to see. But I was thinking while I was in line, I was like, I probably would spend money to get an autograph and a photo with like one of these badass AEW chicks or some shit like that. But
And then, like, oh, shit. Even...
But Dad was excited.
Oh, yeah.
That's always exciting. Going with Dad is like going with a toddler or something. Like, it's the same.
Well, that's a little disrespectful.
No, I don't mean it that way. Dad, come on. What I'm saying is he's a child at heart. He is, like, truly excited.
Oh, it would be me
Like-
if I went to Comic-Con.
With us as adults, we don't get that excited about things anymore. Right?
Yeah.
But Dad, forever, from when I was a kid up until now, and I think until for his whole entire life, he will get excited about things and has that, like, childlike sense of wonder and excitement.
He's whimsical.
Right. You know how, like, if, let's say, your kid's really into trains and you go take them to go see a bunch of trains and they're super fucking excited and you're happy just seeing them that happy.
Yeah.
It's the same way with Dad is what I'm saying.
No,
I don't mean it disrespectful in any way.
Yeah. I'm saying, when we took ties to AEW, or no, we didn't take them, but you know what I mean, we all went to AEW.
Right.
It was the same thing. And if we went to, like, Green Day Fest or Noah Fest, there you go, that would be, your thing. It would be, we're all like, where's Blake? And like, oh, he already went through the entire park and back and forth.
Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's having fun without you.
Yeah, exactly. And the amount of shit, though, that we seen at that fucking expo, okay? Which, first of all, I won't even lie, and you'll see it in the vlog when we post it, because we all took a shit ton of videos. But the place, that Oika, whatever, looks like when you arrive to it, like you're going in the Russian embassy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're not coming out, it's going to be completely Brittany Griner or whatever when you get in there forever. But
it is very...
misleading.
Right.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
off-putting. It is not
Off-putting,
welcoming at all.
Yeah, it had the fucking, what is it, the sickle and the hammer or whatever above it, and you're like, fuck. But then you go inside and you're seeing Ninja Turtles for days, wrestling figures, a shit ton of Michael Jordan. I don't understand that. Like, anything you can think of really was in there. Like, it was purely insane. And it was honestly cool because it's not like if we went to normal shows, right, where it's just action figures or whatever, it's usually like, for me and Dad are losing it. But you and Tyus are usually like, oh, that's cool, yeah, that's nice, whatever. But then this one was like, it's more 90s and wrestling centered, right? I mean, shit, a $45 fucking WCW gift wrap.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get more
Which, if it
nostalgic
wasn't
than that.
$45, I would definitely be wrapping gifts with that.
Oh,
yeah.
was Christmas gift wrapping that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see that. It's pretty cool.
$45 then?
Yeah, I
Come
don't
on.
know about
Well,
it.
it's
It wouldn't be getting
the
used.
only roll, like, around, and it's never been opened.
Sure.
So that's cool.
It would piss me
It's
off to watch people
NWO,
rip it up, though.
Hollywood Hogan, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Buff Bagwell.
Black and white then?
Yeah, all black and white.
Oh shit, that would be pretty.
It's
sick.
like it's right before NWO became shit. Like when they were still cool, when there was just like 6 people instead of 50.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd have to undo that shit and just keep the remains.
Put that in a poster. Frame it. That'd be shit.
Oh yeah,
That'd be
I love
awesome.
shit.
I love shit.
Well, actually, these we got at the toy show.
Oh yeah, too. I got my main man Chris Benoit. All right, the Crippler,
Hell yeah,
the Wolverine.
Rabbit Wolverine.
There you go. And then Blake got Casey Jones.
Casey Jones, the greatest character in movie history,
Movie
franchise history, but specifically the movie.
There was a surprising lack of certain things though.
Yeah, no, I didn't like. I had a great fucking time, but there was stuff where I'm kind of like, I've seen 400 like AEW toys at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like we could cut those back a little bit, bring out more of the Samurai Jacks of the world.
Yeah, give
Right.
out the Samurai Jacks.
Give me that kind of
Yeah,
shit.
that shit was hidden.
But I mean, and I guess you can't count Funkos because they're making Funkos of the toothpaste crest. So like that's just fucking ridiculous, right? But the authentic shit, there was no like Cartoon Network 2001 Samurai Jack. There wasn't any, Nickelodeon the 90s figures or whatever. That's what I was hoping for.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll come in my pants if I'm ever at a toy expo like that and they have the Mystery Men action figures. That would have put me over the edge, and I would have wanted that, like, fucking bad.
That would have put me back.
Because that's rare.
Yeah.
But, like, you can only see so many Young Buck toys.
You can see so many Young Buck toys. There's only so many Captain Americas.
Right.
There's
A lot
only
of Marvel.
so much Marvel and AEW.
Right.
And then like even there was like Godzilla, and you're like, okay, oh that's one here.
Right.
Only
it was
one.
all very sporadic. Like,
Yeah.
certain tables would have it, but it
Yeah.
wasn't, like, a constant.
It was a grand old time, and honestly, I can't wait to do that shit again.
Yeah.
Because that's my life. That's my cup of tea. I'm not trying to go out like to Malibu or Maui and be on the beach and surf and all that. Like,
Right.
my vacation would be taking a week off, and I just go to expos, whether it be movie, TV, video game, whatever. Like, or
it's
just
fun.
an expo
It's
of them all.
literally just like an afternoon of nostalgia drugs.
Hey, afternoon delight.
Hey.
That's what that is right there. That's what they meant in the song. It's expos.
Yeah, I would definitely go back to more. And I will say, afterwards, like, I was making jokes about the nerdy people that were there or whatever. But in all reality, I have to say that I do enjoy the community. Like, everyone's pretty supportive. Like,
Laughing along.
If someone got excited about something, someone walking by, if they also enjoyed it, they would also be like, oh, that's cool as shit.
You
Like,
gonna get it, dude?
yeah, like, and it's just kind of cool that everyone's there because they also enjoy those things.
Yeah, everyone's there for the same reason now.
Right.
Yeah.
And then everyone is like trying to get them to follow each other on socials and shit.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
if you've never been, you could probably have a good time if
Yeah.
you wanted to go. 'Cause
Check out an expo.
you might have a good time. Might surprise you.
Yeah. Sorry, Tyus, you were about to say something.
Yeah, I talked to one of those dudes at the table for like 10 minutes. Got his sticker too. I think it was 859 fines or
Yeah, I've
something.
got one too. Super nice guy.
Yeah, I got
Pretty
a,
cool shit, too.
Got a card from the Vault in Lexington.
Mhm.
Pretty fucking cool. I mean, to be honest, even the places here, I plan to go back to once I start making more money from the Patreon, and then you'll start seeing shit.
Once the numbers start climbing, we put it back into the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We get this to where we want it. And then after that, when it's spending time,
Oh yeah.
then we go
Oh,
to
yeah.
expos. Then we'll have our own 1722 tables, hopefully, at that
Yeah.
point. That's what I hope for.
Well, I mean, shit, we could, because that one woman that was there, she created a children's Halloween book, and that was her booth.
Oh.
You could go and buy the book or read a page from it and be interested and buy it. It was like where the Western Kentucky Ghostbusters were. She was next to them, and me and Levy went over there, and they were telling us about the book and all that. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So if we did, we could probably be like, hey, so if we paid money, could
We could
we?
just go out there and just record a podcast the entire time,
Mhm.
and then try to get people into
being on the pod.
Get interviewed.
So, sir, what did you buy? Man, so I bought a Captain America toy from 1965, and I was spitting, ham all over you. But that would be fucking funny. Because you know damn well none of those people have ever been on camera. None of them, sure as fuck, have never been on a podcast. And they probably haven't fucked a woman either. So they're completely socially awkward.
Yeah, hell
So
yeah.
they're probably just like, I have Thor, and Thor's cool. Can I get up now? And then they're just going to dart. And then we get another person up.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. You're here for a while. But I have Asperger's.
We're going an hour. You got Asperger's. Get off your ass and make me a burger.
How has that joke never been made before?
It has,
Holy
right
shit.
now.
There you go. I do think sometimes, I'm like, do I have Asperger's? Do I have autism of some sort,
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think so. Because, like, there's a lot of things that, like, if someone's trying to explain it to me, like, if someone explains to me a movie that they've seen, and, like, you're like, oh, yeah, this album, it's so molecular on a completely substantial level that's completely out of this galaxy, abnormality. And I'm like, I don't know what you're spewing at me right now.
No one would if I was talking like that.
I'm just saying, like, anytime someone's trying to say, like, oh, this movie, this means that, this blah, 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 I'm like, I didn't get that from it at all.
Right.
I didn't soak that in from it whatsoever. I was like, oh, that's funny, or oh, that's a cool action scene.
Maybe, I mean, I wouldn't say that that's necessarily autism. That could be just like maybe your brain doesn't work in that way, or like you see it on the surface, but your brain doesn't go deeper than that.
Yeah, that's
or whatever.
true.
I don't know. I would say that both of us have a case of autism in different ways.
Yeah.
But honestly, if you're asking me, I think everyone does. So
Yeah.
that's how I feel about that.
I would, honestly, though, I think I would much rather have autism than be a full-on, spectrumite.
Right.
That would be a little too much, I think. Or at least autism, some of the smartest people
Just a
are
little
autistic.
vegetable sprouting from the ground.
Yeah, you just spread up, you're like, and that's all you can do is just breathe. That shit is horrifying. Shout out to all the people taking care of your vegetable relatives, but seeing vegetables on like just sitting there and they can't do shit but breathe and move their eyes is the saddest thing on the face of the planet.
For sure.
Yeah. But hey, shout out vegetables if you're watching, and we know that you are because you can't move.
Make sure you eat your vegetables. They are healthy.
Oh yeah. Come on, Hulk Hogan
Shout
told
out
us
to all
for
the
years.
veggie males out there.
Yes, exactly. All the veggie melts.
Is there a vegetable that's a vegetarian?
Fuck.
Wow.
That's a little too metaverse. I think you
what
may
I'm
have to
saying.
split an atom right
yeah,
there.
think about it.
Joe Rogan can't even comprehend that. God damn. Does a vegetable only eat vegetarians? Sorry. Can a vegetable be a vegetarian? Well, they can only eat muck, right? They can only get it through their stomach.
I don't know.
Yeah. Do vegetables eat? Well, I guess they're probably not called vegetables. Let's get that out of the way. They're probably called like...
Let us know in the comments if you're a vegetable or what you eat.
It's just a bunch of
And then
periods.
in which case, if they are eating vegetables, it's true. You are what you eat.
Oh man, that's funny right there. I like.
I will tell you, I witnessed something insane tonight at work. If I could jump into that real
Hell
quick.
yeah. I got a grape, so
I was taking a shit myself, and then I got up, started washing my hands, and this guy came barreling in the bathroom, like, like breathing so fucking loud, and then I hear him like slam on the fucking toilet. Like, I'm surprised it didn't come out the fucking wall.
the dude that
Okay?
came in after me when I left.
Oh right, yeah, you've seen him. Yeah, you were in
that
there.
big motherfucker.
Yeah, huge. Okay, he's probably like 6'4".
Yeah.
All right, and he comes barreling in there, slams down on it. And then I hear him going like,
Oh no,
just like that. And then the floodgates fucking open, and the amount of shit, the aggressive, violent shit that came from his asshole. I had to get the fuck out of there as quick as I could, because I knew the smell was going to permeate real fucking
roaring
quick.
waters.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounded like, a rippling brook from his fucking ass.
You're at an amusement park when you're in the bathroom.
Yeah, and I did not want to be on the bridge during the wave. All right, I wanted out of
Oh
there.
man, Yeah, the people that come into that bathroom during the day is just ridiculous.
Right. It's crazy to me how many people have like no etiquette or awareness for other people.
Yeah,
like
none.
I could never do that.
Yeah.
Even if I had to shit that fucking bad, I would still. Even if I'm making sound, just know that I'm trying my best not to make a single goddamn sound.
Even if Tyus is in here, when I got home, I had to shit, and I'm still like, I'm playing a video, and I'm like.
Like, his stomach had to have been killing him from to go through that.
Yeah,
And
I'm saying.
And this motherfucker had a knee brace on too, so
Right.
you know damn well that shit. Like once he was like on the toilet, he's on it. He's not getting back up, so that means that he's probably been waiting all day.
Sound
for
like
that.
he was turned into a werewolf in there. It was violent.
John's like, get the silver bullet, please. We gotta take him down. He's a DoorDash driver. That's the funny thing. I've seen this dude
really?
before.
I get it though. I've had to take some real bad shits having to deliver food.
Oh yeah, I completely agree.
But I would definitely have stopped way before I got to that fucking point.
And it was quiet.
Right.
Like you're not doing it at noon where it's like the restaurant's booming, everyone's like the music's playing. He did it at like what 6:15
Yeah, maybe
when it's closing. It's a complete western in there. Yeah, fuck that. But people just they really don't. Like I've seen.
But I don't even think the worst part is the fact of how loud he should. I think it's all the things leading up to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're being loud, just coming in there huffing and puffing the entire time. We know that your stomach's in real bad pain because you're struggling just to even get it out.
Yeah.
Like, have some self-respect, have some dignity. Like, shit in silence. Like the rest of us.
Hey, that's be the name of your first comedy album. Shit in silence. What I've
I'm on
realized.
fire tonight.
The boy can't stop. What I've realized is by working at Cambridge for now 2 years, what I've gathered, because I'm in the bathroom at least about 3 hours of my 9-hour shift.
Wow.
Just reading manga, whatever, right? And so I would say about almost over half of all the businessmen, lawyers, all that shit that come in there, ever do I see them wash their hands. Ever.
Even shitting?
Yep.
Ugh.
I'm saying dudes, hair to the left, the watch, the khakis pulled up, the nice belt, the penny loafers. They'll come out doing
put together.
doing all that shit, and then they'll just open the door.
Ugh.
Yeah. So anytime that you're going out and you're thinking, oh, the fat fucks, they're gross as shit. Yeah. Shake your hand to that Randall at your insurance company. Because I guarantee you're going to get pink eye from that handshake. It's disgusting as fuck. And honestly,
if you're taking shits, especially,
you better wash your fucking hands.
washing your fucking hands.
And I can't even imagine, like, if you're not want to be in a bathroom, like, they don't have soap, they don't have thing, but I'm peeing, I can let that one slide. Right? I can let that one kind of go. If you're just peeing, you don't touch anything in there or yourself, okay. But shitting, you have to touch everything on yourself.
Right.
Come on. Like, wash your fucking hands.
Yeah. I mean, really, in my opinion, if you're going in a public restroom at all,
you
should wash your hands because everybody's touching everything and you don't know what they're touching before they touch the soap dispenser, the paper towels, the front or the door, like whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And now that I've worked there, I've realized that because it's fucking gross. Like I'm saying, you could go in there, you be in the bathroom for 15, 20 minutes, because that's what I'm pulling, during like 1 o'clock, and it'll just be a countless round of, the Liams and Erics of the world coming out there and doing that shit. It's disgusting. But if we want to get into gripes...
Well, actually, real quick, I was going to ask some questions to both of you because I'm curious, even though I feel like I know yours a little bit more. But will either of you guys, are you public shitters? Like, will you shit in public if absolutely need be? Or are you wait it out until you get home?
Like,
person?
What's the situation? Like, I'm in the parking lot of a Walmart or the woods?
Well, I'm not going to say woods, because really, if you have to go, then you'll just do it anywhere if need be. But let's say at work even. So obviously you will. So, but Tyus, will you shit in public, or you will wait till you get home?
I'll wait till I get home. But the weird thing is, like, my body on a schedule, so I really wouldn't even feel that way till I get to the house.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
man, that must be nice.
It doesn't hit you at work ever?
Never.
Wow.
See, that's the qualities.
Always when I go home.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I wish.
I'll probably feel it like when I'm on the way home.
Okay.
I'm like, that's perfect.
So then that leads me to question B then. If you are shitting in public, would you, like, you know how they have, like, the seat protectors or whatever, like the paper? Would you lay that down?
I have and will never. And I can tell you why. I'm not touching my fucking ass and then not walking out and washing my hands.
Right.
When I get home, I'm taking a shower. I'm not just going to let that shit rest on my ass all day. But I'm also not going to worry about paper and all that shit because it's just germs.
Right.
Like, if it's shit, then yeah, I'm not going to do that, obviously.
I might have done it
But-
once out of curiosity. But
I'm
definitely
always
don't do it
afraid of
regularly.
having the classic sitcom moment. You get up, you put your pants on, but you forgot that it was there, so it's hanging off of you when you're walking, and then everyone's like, Austin, and then they pull it off, and you're like, uh-oh.
Right.
You know, one of those shits.
Yeah.
And don't want that at all.
Because I've already had the toilet paper on the shoe, and that's embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I definitely don't want anything sticking out.
I've had the shirt tucked into the underwear in the back. That's a terrible look.
Oh, yeah.
That's a real awful thing to come out of the bathroom as, especially as a kid.
I think, honestly, tucked-in shirts only look good on thin guys, like thin
Oh, yeah.
people. Like, well, yeah, I'm going to say guys because I don't really think there's too many women that are really tucking in shirts that
Yeah.
I know of. Maybe there's a style.
Theirs usually
but-
comes
Just
tucked.
waitresses.
Yeah, true.
But even then, waitresses look better.
But dudes,
Tucked.
I don't think any dude can pull off, a fat guy
Yeah.
can pull off a tucked-in shirt, in my opinion.
And I'm not saying, I hate the whole like, oh, well, I got a dad bod. If you don't have an overhang, you're not a fat guy.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking strict overhang.
Okay.
I'm not talking
Yeah.
fudge.
Well, I know, but there's all these dudes like, I'm so fat, my stomach's protruding. You can still wear a large, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Once you get past the X, that first, or actually no, once you get past large, you're a fat guy.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if you, I got broad shoulders. No, no. I'm saying
unless
pure gut.
you're a real tall person as well, because that can also
Well, yeah, but I'm saying
add.
with the gut and all that, not like, because like, yeah, I'm sure Big Show probably wears like a 7X, right? Kane probably wears like a 8X or something.
Yeah, I'm
He's
sure
so
they're
fucking
getting
huge.
custom-made shit.
Yeah. But I'm saying the average guy who says like, I have a dad bod, they're never fat.
Right.
Ever. They're never fat guys. But they claim to be. And then women are like, I love fat guys. No, you don't. You don't love fat guys. You love a guy with pudge. That's what you like.
Yeah, dad bod just means, like, I guess, unathletic.
Yeah, unathletic.
It doesn't mean fat, though, I wouldn't
Yeah.
say.
You don't want morbidly obese, is what you're saying.
Right.
You want your husband to live. Yeah.
I don't know if morbidly obese is on the scale of dad bod or not, though.
No, it's not.
Might be too far.
No, that's just gross. That's what the scale is for women. They're just like, oh, no, not for me. That's too much.
Yeah. You're like a heart attack dad bod.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Oh, man. Goddamn. Only, when is fat people going to come back?
What do you mean?
Well, like,
I think our day is coming past.
every lifestyle has had, like, its resurgence. You know, like, gay people had theirs, now trans people are having theirs, lesbian had theirs in the 90s, right?
Right.
When's fat people going to get their turn?
I mean, in comedy, there's still some fat people.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, a movement, like, fat pride,
Right.
right?
But I think it's because everyone knows it's unhealthy and it's a choice, so then no one feels like any sort of... Like, they're like, oh, well, you could be skinny, so... You know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess it's true. There's no alcoholic pride.
Right.
There's no drug pride.
Right.
Huh. That's an interesting point. So if you make choices about it, people don't want to support it.
So basically, add an F to LGBT.
Yeah, true.
Add all fats in there because-
LGBTQI plus F. There you
We're
go.
also, there's prejudice against us.
Oh, 100%. You know how many times I've walked into a restaurant and people go, ugh, and then I have to leave because I feel bad?
Exactly.
So many times.
Ours is also a choice.
Yeah,
Some of us were born like that.
exactly. Most people are born fat. Are you kidding me? And they stay fat because they have glandular issues, right?
Right.
That's what I can't stand. This isn't even a gripe, but when you got like a fat, or not a fat kid, a skinny kid, always been skinny, right, for years,
Right.
and they're like, oh man, I could put it away. Man, I hope I don't get fat. You're 26.
Right.
Okay, motherfucker? You've been eating ribs for years. I seen you when you were 7, and you were eating fucking hams and all that shit. You're not gonna get fat.
Right.
Shut the fuck up with that. I've got fat at 4. Okay, okay. You like that shit annoys the shit out of me. And I'm not talking about you, by the way. I'm saying
I'm not
like
26, but
well, yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, you're the only skinny one in here. But I'm saying all of our friends that are skinny or athletic, whatever, they're always like, man, I hope this doesn't, go to my hips or I got to work out after this. You don't have to work out. It's not going to do shit to you because you've had the same body since 2004.
Right.
My body has been the same since 2004, but very unhealthy.
It's horribly disrespectful to us.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Or it's almost like the opposite, but almost saying the same thing, I feel like.
It's patronizing.
When someone immediately is like, well, we know who's going to eat the most here tonight.
Yep.
We heard that all the time.
And you want to know something? I purposely prove, on purpose, that I'm never the one that eats the most.
Right. As a fat person,
Yep.
we're afraid to eat in public. We're afraid to eat in front of people.
If I'm the fat guy and I'm the only one around 9 skinny guys, I'm eating one plate while the rest are eating 2.
Right.
And I'll suffer for the rest of the night.
Unless
But
I'm around my closest of close people, I will barely eat because I will not become a statistic.
100%.
And I'm pretty sure almost all fat people feel that way. We're all insecure about that.
Well, I don't know. I've seen a lot of gluttons at like a Golden Corral, and they're just,
in front of randoms,
plates.
though. Or, I mean, you can't help what people do at a restaurant. But I'm saying, like,
Oh, like friends and family? Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I've never seen that. Like
Yeah.
a personal fat family member.
right.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that.
If I went on a date,
Mm-hmm.
right, I'm not eating at all what I'd be eating like if it was
No.
like us going.
I was like, can I get a leek and bread?
Yeah,
Can I get a broccoli shake, please? Like, that's what I'd be going for. Like, you eat this stuff? You're healthy? I'm like, yeah, I'm on a new diet. This is all water weight.
Yeah.
So, because I'm not going to be like, yeah, I'll take a burger, fries, extra macaroni on the side.
Right. Pack of saltines and a side of carrots.
Exactly. It's
all
water, please. I don't drink sodas.
Right.
They're like, why do your teeth look like that? Oh, tap water.
It's not from being fat, I'll tell you that. Or like when, a skinny person is like, oh, I've got something I think you could wear.
Oh, my
That
God.
is the
Shut
most
the fuck up with
disrespectful
that.
shit.
Yeah. Motherfucker, you're wearing a small. An extra small, actually. It's something when we've had it when we were kids. Like, oh, I got something you can wear, and it doesn't even get past your neck.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, that's one
Or
of the
when
arms.
you're the fat kid at sleepovers when you're like 7, and then like something happens and you ruin your clothes in mud or
You're-
getting in the pool
you're
in
out of
your
luck.
regular clothes, and then the mom is like, "Oh, I think my husband has something
Yeah.
you can wear."
You're 7 wearing
So you're 7 wearing a 2X.
a 2X
Oh,
and his
you're
fucking
skinny
long
bitch.
johns and dress shirts while everyone else is wearing the coolest shit. Oh my
And then they try to act
God.
like it shouldn't matter when inside I'm fighting so hard not to
Like,
just call
hey,
my dad and be like, please come get me.
Brenda, I'm swimming in flannel. Okay, that's not fun. All right, I want to be eating bagel bites with the rest of them in their tank tops. Which that's another thing. Fat people, stop with the tank tops. All right, as a fat man, I don't want to see your fucking fat ass walking around flapping everywhere. Skinny people don't want to see it. Vegetables don't want to see it. All right, we're sick of it. Put on a shirt like the rest of us.
Long sleeve. Hide
Yeah.
the fat.
Well, I don't know. Long sleeve kind of makes it even grosser. Roll up the sleeve. Now that's a style for a fat guy. No one looks better with sleeves rolled up than a fat guy. And a baseball tee with the roll. Right now, this is the coolest I've ever looked with this. I pull this down. I'm not getting any ass.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. And not even the tattoos. I'm just saying, fat guys look great
Because it
when
makes
they're
it look like a tighter fit. You have them down, it's too baggy. And
tighter fit, and it looks like,
sloppy.
oh, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Hey, there you go. I mean business.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen some things.
That's damn straight.
Well, you guys got anything else to talk about? What are we bringing else to the table here?
All right, well, I'll get into it. My gripe for this week, and
All
I
right.
want it to be a new segment. My gripe is when someone fucking comes up to you, all right, and this happened to me at work 3 times this week and last week, all right? And I was bringing out my, the Cajun pasta, because that's my kick. I don't know why, but that shit's fucking delicious.
Right.
And I'm bringing this old lady stops me. She's like, hun? As I'm walking to the table, she's like, hun, what is that? And I'm like, oh, it's Cajun pasta. It's a new thing. She's like, oh, that looks so good. And I'm like, yeah, you should get yourself some. She's like, I think I'm going to. Literally, as soon as the person comes up, she's like, yeah, so I'll take a piece of meatloaf and Brussels sprouts. I'm like, whore. The fuck did we just talk about then? Why'd you even come up to me, ask me have that whole interaction for you not to order what I ordered?
Right.
What's the fucking point? Don't tell me it looks good if you're not going to order it.
Yeah, I mean, she basically made you a promise. She owes it to you.
Exactly.
Once you have that conversation, you follow through after that.
And that shit happens all the time with people. Or like if you're
Once
like
again, disrespectful.
Like, well, not really with Mystery Men, but let's say if you're like, hey, have you watched Nope? Right? And you're like, yeah, I have. Oh, what'd you think about it? Oh, great movie. And they're like, oh, sweet. We'll never watch it. Why did you ask me?
Right.
Why did you ask me my opinion if no matter what the outcome is, you're not going to watch it?
Yeah. Terrible.
Yeah. Be honest with me and ask me, and then be like, yeah, honestly, it's not my cup of tea.
Because we don't have to have a conversation.
No, we don't have to.
Like, if you're not going to bring anything to the table of the conversation, then why have it?
Leave it at the door.
If you're going to ask if I've seen Nope, and then you're going to be like, oh, me too, I loved it, and then you're like really having a conversation about it,
okay.
then I see why we have this conversation.
Yeah.
But if you're not, and you're just like, oh yeah, no, I haven't seen it, I just was wondering if you have. Like, you awkward piece of shit.
Yeah, stop with that. We're humans. Let's talk more.
Right.
Yeah, I hate that. But that shit's been happening to me a lot, and I've been waiting for this episode because I'm like, I don't know if they get frustrated by that, but that shit annoys the hell out of me. Especially with
luckily,
food.
I never get stopped. So.
Oh, like, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Except for one of the girls the other day was like, hey, someone's here to see you. They're asking for you up front. Okay? Mm-hmm. Then I go up there, and then I'm like, who is it? Because I didn't recognize anyone. They're like, oh, that lady at the end of the counter. And I was like, okay. And it kind of creeped me out because I was like, who the fuck would know me that I don't know them? Then she starts asking me about catering and stuff. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you're talking to the wrong guy. I just cook here. I don't know anything about catering. So I had to get John.
So they didn't want you, Blake. They wanted, like... They were like, who makes the food? And they're like, we have someone, Blake. And they're like, yeah, let me see him.
Yeah, probably, possibly. Yeah. But either way, I was like, you set me up for failure.
Exactly.
This is the most awkward interaction because I don't know anything about this.
Mm-hmm.
She's telling me about something about a school and wanting food, and I'm like, I don't do that.
Yeah.
I make the food once you put in the order, sure. But how to get there?
Yeah, A to B, that's not my problem.
Right. Yeah. I'll take care of C, though. Yeah. I got C covered.
Cooking. Yeah, that does not make sense to me at all. But even that drives me crazy. Like, unless it's a family member or a very, very close friend. If you know where I work and we haven't talked in a while, you think I give a fuck you coming into the place I work at to talk to you?
Right.
If I haven't talked to you on Facebook in 5 years, I'm sure as fuck not going to want to talk to you at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
No, absolutely.
Like,
but at least it would have made more sense if it was someone I knew.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. But I'm saying
because like I literally walked around the corner, I was like, oh, maybe they're hiding behind the drink machine or something, and I'm like, there's no one here that I know.
Just hiding behind one of the spouts.
So yeah, the whole thing was very confusing. I'm like, well, you brought me out here to be very, very awkward because you told me it was someone looking for me.
Which you think, oh, a friend, family member, someone who knows me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So then we're both very taken back from each other. So I don't know if she put it in order or not, but after that, I'm going to assume probably.
It'd be hilarious if John was like, yeah, so you blew that order. Thanks.
And I'll blow the next one too if you ask me to do this shit.
Yeah. Fuck that. Oh my God.
Handle your business.
Yeah, handle your shit. Yeah. Another thing, just real quick, that drove me crazy because, I got a gripe for anything on life.
All right.
But at the expo, one thing I'm like, we're all here for the same thing. Like you said, it's a community. We're all being nice to one another. We're all looking at each other's shit. Wait for someone to move, though. You don't need to move. You're behind me. If you want to look at my shit, look at it over my shoulder or from afar. Don't try to get closer, and then inch, and then I have no choice but to move.
Oh yeah, some of those people were fucking
like you'll be looking at something, and then all of a sudden you kind of have to be like, oh, sorry. And then you're 5 things down from where you got it from. Yeah, that happened to me 4 times when people were like, our dad was like, why do you have that in your hand? You can't just walk off with stuff. Like, I'm not walking off with stuff. I'm getting lost in the fucking wave. Off. Yeah. That shit was annoying the fuck out of me. But honestly, no one grabbed my ass, and that was kind of disheartening.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I was like, no one wants to play grab ass in here?
Right. If you were going to grab ass anywhere, it'd be the perfect place. No one would ever know.
Yeah, you'd be like...
You could blame it on anybody.
Yeah, 100%. And honestly, I'm surprised we didn't catch a case. Well, we didn't, but they didn't catch a case while we were there.
We don't know
we didn't see it.
After we left, though.
That's true. It was open for another few hours.
That's right.
While we were dying on the way home. It's the worst fucking car ride. We did at least go to Old Chicago, by the way.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And if none of you know what Old Chicago is, check that shit out. It's probably in your local Mediterranean area. But they got meatball subs, fucking beer, pizzas, pasta, soups, salads, the whole nine. It's amazing. Even the place felt like something that you're not going to experience anywhere else but Old Chicago.
Right. Yeah, I loved it.
Felt like a Cheers.
I felt like they were understaffed, so that kind of brought
yeah.
down the quality a little bit.
Yeah.
But ultimately, if you have a Old Chicago in your area, you should try it because it is good.
And she was up to date on the refills. Even when as soon as I
That's
got
true.
my last sip, she was like, "You want another one?" I was like, "Damn right, 100%."
Keep
And
it
that's
coming.
all I'm wanting for in a waitress. Really, I don't need your happiness and all that. I just need you to get my refills, food, napkins.
But if they
done.
were rude, though, you would still tip them the same amount that you would just because of the refills?
If someone was like, "Hey, do you need another fucking refill?" And I'd be like, "Hell yeah." Because I'm like, you're getting me a refill either way. The attitude doesn't come with the refill. I'm getting the refill.
Yeah, but you would piss me off so bad that your number's going down.
See, now for me, I would much rather have that than someone being like, "Huh?"
The
And all that
perfect
shit?
waiter
No.
or waitress is the...
You want the cool talker?
No.
Down to earth.
Yeah, you want the in between. You want the down to earth where they're good with the refills, with the food. If you're asking for like a side of something, they go get it. All that shit's good. And then they also I'm not saying the overly talkative,
I'm saying the lingering waitress.
right? Yeah,
There's
much.
nothing worse than that.
But I want you to be nice and
Yeah.
can I get you anything else? And not lingering and overbearing.
When a woman pulls one of these tricks while you're all waiting, she's like, "Yeah, so it's been kind of hard today. We've been having a rush and shit, and the kids are crying. Someone's looking like, yeah, what do I want for an appetizer?" You're like, "Yeah, my husband." And we don't care. We're here to fucking eat, okay?
Right.
And first of all, take your hand off my chair. That's awkward. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your kid or anything. Ugh.
And then it makes us feel weird because now we know your backstory. So if we're not given a great tip, now we feel like your son may not eat tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's putting everybody in a weird position.
Yeah. Stop being honest. Just give us our fucking shit. That's
Right.
it. We pay you.
But I also
That's it.
understand that when you are a waiter or waitress, if you are good and you have a bunch of people coming in that you're doing the best you've ever done, and then they leave you $2 on a
yeah.
$50 ticket,
Fuck those
after a
people.
while, towards the end of the night, you're probably like, yeah, fuck everything. I'm just going to do what
Yeah.
I want.
Oh, yeah. I wholeheartedly agree with that. I don't even know how you could even be the type of asshole to leave change as a tip.
Right. Yeah.
When we would go to Steak and Shake or restaurants back in the day, and you'd see the receipt, someone would move the receipt, and then it's 5 quarters on a $60 ticket.
Right.
You are nothing but a piece of shit.
You shouldn't be eating there in the first place.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the thing. You have the money for the tip. You're purposely leaving change because it
right.
came out of your change.
You're despicable.
Yeah.
Have you ever served?
No.
No,
I
I didn't
never
think so.
will.
Yeah, I could never do that.
But honestly, I could see you pulling in tips.
Oh, yeah. Tyus?
Yeah.
More than me and you, for sure. Because Tyus would be like, "Yeah, I got you." And if someone's like, "Hey, sir, can I get the check?" I'm like, "Blow it out your ass." No fucking if I'm on a 10 top and then I got 4 other tables and they're pulling that shit for me.
Yeah.
No, hell no. Someone's like, "Can I get a ranch?"
Every table you had would have a pitcher. Like, yeah, you can fill up your own drinks.
Yep. And if they're like, "Oh, can you fill my daughter's sippy cup?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And I just fucking chuck it. I'm like, "Get your own fucking sippy cup, you little whore."
It would be great to work at Dick's, though.
Oh, I'd be the only person to get fired from Dick's because I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? You actually are a dick."
Yeah, you took it too far.
And I'm like, "Really? I'm a dick? So I'm too authentic to work here?"
We want our employees to be dicks, not assholes.
Yeah, so I'm not working at assholes. Oh, I'm not working at assholes. I thought I was an asshole to work here. Okay, got to be a pussy dick. All right. Oh man, but see that? Yeah, I could never be a waiter or a waitress or server. Sorry.
I think I would actually be okay at it in certain regards, but it would be when I have asshole customers. That's when it would go bad for me.
Yeah, I was about to say, somebody snapping at me, I'm not going over there at all.
Yeah.
Right. That's where it goes left. But I think if I had all positive, understanding
If I had people
customers,
like us, I'd be like, "Oh, I'll be a waiter. I
Right.
don't give a shit." But it's the the corporate people or the mom and dad that have 5 kids and their kids are throwing food at you while you're taking the order. Like you're just being like, yeah, so you want the chicken parm, and you're getting
They got one of
smacked.
those sticky hands. They're just smacking you in the face.
Your glasses go.
They knock your notepad out of your hands.
I'd flip the table. I'd uppercut that little bitch. 100%. I couldn't take it.
Grab both parents, smash their faces on the table.
Oh man, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, there's not really server going off comps on YouTube. There's no like waitress gone bad. There's none of that shit.
I wish.
Right?
I would love every second of that.
Yeah, that's the type of shit I want. Fuck a TikTok and your dances. That's the viral shit that needs to happen.
Yeah. I want to see the, what do you call it, retribution, I guess.
Yeah, like a server goes up and the person like, you know, because, I mean, it's happened. You know it has.
Right.
Someone purposely trips her to drop all the drinks, and then someone is, you know what? Takes a piece of the cup, slices his neck.
Hell yeah.
Takes the tray, bashes the wife in the face.
Like,
And like,
that would be my favorite video to ever
yeah.
exist.
I'm like, all right, well, we're changing the name of the podcast to Christy, whatever her name was.
Because you know they're getting battered all day from assholes, especially depending on where you live, where you're working.
If you're at like a Texas steakhouse in like a shit area in Texas, holy shit.
So being able to see that like gratification,
Yeah.
it's like the, you know, when the kid gets the best of the bully in a movie. Mm-hmm. Like you feel that like, yeah, good for you.
Yeah, come on.
That's how that
Get
would
him.
feel.
Come on. Yeah. But shit, let's talk about that before we go. That's my biggest thing with those scenes. Every time I watch a bully scene and the retribution comes, I'm like, he beat you for 4 years. You only hit him twice.
Right.
Use all 4 years and give him 4 years in one day.
Right. Absolutely.
That's why any type of shit, like I'm like, it's cool, but it's not real. Like it's not authentic. Because I know if it was me and I'm going after my bully and it was, 8th grade or whatever, I'm, first period, second period, fucking third, fourth, fifth,
all the way
like,
to recess.
yeah, all the way, recess, I'd be eating like a fucking sandwich, and as soon as the bell rang, I'd be back in there fucking, like, yeah, even if he's on the ground, I'd still be fucking walking over there.
Lunchtime.
Oh, for sure. Because, I hate the whole, like, well, if you hit them once and they back off, yeah, it works for a day.
Right.
Because then they get their fucking schmucks over, and then you get your shit beat.
Right. You shouldn't. I don't think you should ever do that, to an innocent person.
No.
But if someone's been fucking with you for years or whatever, and your time has come to finally stand up to them, I feel like there's a lesson that has to be taught that just, one punch or whatever isn't going to make it clear.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
you gotta beat some sense into them.
Right, exactly.
So, if you're a kid out there watching this podcast, and you got a bully, sock it to him. Put a little, drill bit in between your fingers. Fucking put a little key in there if you have to. Get Tyler. Fuck him up. Because the kids are never going to learn. And now they have the whole, like, politically correct, like, oh, you can't say that, or you can't even touch them. You can't even play with recess or whatever. So, go full steam ahead.
Right.
Because, certain kids aren't going to stop.
Again, to bullies.
Yeah, well, I'm only saying that to bullies.
Yeah, and I'm saying to the kids, fuck the bullies. Stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
But, don't go around. This isn't Streets of Rage. Don't go around just beating the fuck out of people.
No, play it as if it were bully, right? Say it always comes back.
Right.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But, kids, you don't want to be walked all over.
No, no one should be walked all over.
There's no room for it.
No, because we don't take shit from nobody.
Exactly. So, kids, remember,
don't take shit from nobody!